All right, Sammy, here we go. Workout number 2 in your second phase. You've got another quadruplet, so we got 4 exercises here to start you off for your A series. Your A1 exercise is going to be single leg deadlifts. It totally escaped me until I looked down and saw the dumbbells. But anyways, you're going to do single leg deadlifts for your first exercise. Take your dumbbells. You're going to get yourself up on one foot. From here, I'm going to take myself down. It should take somewhere about 3 seconds. Take myself down under control and bring it through. I picked my bad leg to demonstrate. Try to keep a nice flat back. Chest is pointing forward. That helps me to create my stretch that I'm looking for in my hamstring. The goal of the exercise is not to go to the ground and touch the floor. It's to create a stretch right through the belly of that hamstring. And so when I go down, notice how that knee slightly bends just a tiny bit. It's not stiff. That's not what we want. We want that knee slightly bent. Pull yourself through. So that gets 10 to 12 on each leg right there. After that, you're going to go into your TRX. It's TRX rows. For my row, I'm going to stand this thing up pretty good. I'm going to have you change your hand position from what you were doing on your your first phase. And so this time I'm going to hold into an overhand grip, so my hands are like so. Palms are facing the ground. I'm going to get myself into this row. I can stagger my stance. It helps me to get my better leverage. And right here I'm going to do a nice wide pull. So the elbows are nice and wide. I'm still trying to bring the scapula together. Nice controlled tempo. Switch your feet halfway through. That's your TRX row. After that, you're going to go into a band row. And so if you can find something to attach the band to, it'll be easy. Just like loop it in and do your rows. If you need to use your door attachment, just basically get rid of this. Let's change the angle so it's going to come about halfway down your door. Close your door into there. From there, you loop your band in. Now I'm going to change my hand position back to this neutral position so my palms are facing each other. From here, you're going to pump out some rows. Put a little bit faster tempo into that one. Make sure that you're really closing the scapula together, not shrugging the shoulders. That's not what you want to be doing. You want to keep those shoulders down. And that's the band row. And then finally you finish that up with alternating crab dips. So you take a seat. I'm going to throw one hand back, reach the other hand up over the head, hip extension. 1, 2. So those are your alternating crab dips. And that wraps up B series in your second workout. We're going to start off with a sprinter lunge, curl and press. And so it looks like so. I'm going to get my dumbbells down here by my side. From here I'm going to step back into a sprinter lunge. That means this knee does not bend on my sprinter lunge. So I want to try to remain a nice stiff leg when I step back. From there I'm going to step up, curl, press. If you want to make that more challenging and bring in a little more glute action, I would do that and try to do that with balance. So that's your sprinter lunge, curl, and press. Obviously, you do both legs. After that, I'm going to keep my dumbbells. I'm going to go down into a plank dumbbell row. And so I want to make my hands a little bit narrow. So I'm going to close that gap up a little bit. And then I'm going to widen my stance so it's a little wider than my hands. Try to keep my hips nice and locked in so I set my glutes tight. Then I'm going to row. 1, 2. Try to do that with as little hip movement as possible. So try not to get the body rocking around like that. Keep that body strict. Work those abs. That's your plank dumbbell row, and then we finish that up with some V-ups. So you kick yourself down on your booty, sit yourself all the way up, kick out. Woo. Try to bring yourself all the way up on your butt. So you're sitting upright every time. So my entire back is off the ground right there. I see a lot of people try to fake that exercise out. They leave their lower back down and they're doing something like that. Get all the way up on those cheeks every time. Force yourself to stabilize with those abs. I know these are hard workouts because you got me sweating here just demonstrating. Here we go. But that is your B series, your third workout. So this is your C series. Again, you've got another triplet, so we've got 3 exercises. Your first exercise is a dumbbell snatch. We're going to work one arm at a time. So it looks like this. Get my dumbbell. I'm going to take myself into a strong hinge position. Hips back. Back is nice and flat. From here, I'm going to jump this dumbbell up over my head. 1. Take it down. 2. Notice how when I return this dumbbell comes all the way down to my hip before I do my hinge. So I'm not tipping over with this thing over my head. That's how I'm going to end up bothering my back. I'm going to jump it up, take the arm down, then hinge down. The arm action resembles you zipping up a zipper. And so you pull it and then just flip it. Catch it with an active shoulder, so that puts the brakes on the weight right there. I'll show you here one more time. Active shoulder, so my shoulder's up there by my ear. Zip up my zipper, flip it and catch it. That's your dumbbell snatch. After that, we're going to get into the bottom part of a Turkish get-up. And so we're going to keep a dumbbell here. You can start off light on this and then work your way up. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself and put something heavy in your hand on here. But it looks like this. I'm going to lay myself down. Am I at a good angle here, Sam? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to lay myself down, press this thing up to the ceiling so this dumbbell's on top of my shoulder. I'm going to look at the ceiling now, and wherever this dumbbell's pointing to the ceiling, it's going to continue to drive up to that spot in the ceiling the remainder of this exercise. And so I'm going to roll up to my hand. I'm still pointing my hand up to that same spot. From here, I'm going to do a big hip extension. That hand is still driving up to that same spot. Roll it all the way down. So when I get up there, that's a rep. Lay yourself all the way flat. So to see it from this side, looks like this. Notice in my hip extension that heel right there is flat down, and I'm not up here on my toe like this. Get that heel flat down. Again, start off light, but don't be afraid to add weight there. That's the half of the Turkish get-up. Oop. And then you finish that with skull crusher leg lifts. So you're here. Drop these things down nice and slow and controlled so that the weights and the legs are moving at the same speed. Try to keep your back nice and flat to the floor. Eliminate a big arch if you can. That is your third series for your second workout. Have some fun with those.